Hey, what's going on, all you ghouls and ghosts out there? My name is Mike Macabre, and welcome to the graveyard. As always, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, share the video, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my reaction videos, Friday Night Frights, Mouthing Off with Mike Macabre, or whatever else I'm doing on this channel. But on tonight's episode, we have another reviews and reactions. And coming back to the channel, it's been a while, Poppy. Yes, indeed. She actually just dropped a new album, and it came up on my newsfeed. And like, you know what? I want to do it on my own time. So that's why we're here. I'm requesting this song. Me. Yeah, that's right. I could do that. What you gonna do about it? So yeah, it just recently, and I have not heard it. So yeah, there you go. But no more going around. Let's check it out. Oh, wait, did I say it's the official music video for Time Will Tell? There you go. My bad. But now let's check it out. All right, ghouls and ghosts. Poppy with the official music video to Time Will Tell.
It's never gonna leave you now, 'cause time will tell if violence follows you too. Postures to stains.
Love the surrealism.
Undo what the stitches have done. Tell me, has it all been worth the pain? Why do all the crooks keep calling me home? I open my lungs, rid all the smoke of what never was. I've become a elastic force to change. I know all the iron will never stop. If you let it in, it's never gonna leave you now, 'cause time will tell if violence follows you too. And time will tell, pulling the balance for you.
Wait for that.
Our bones relay, amalgamate with the sins in our blood. Why are all the ruins in your wake? Why were all my heroes supposed to stop? I'm flooded with haste. I'm cursing your name to the wind as it was. Why does every loser think they're brave? I know all the ire will never stop. If you let it in, it's never gonna leave you now, 'cause time will tell if violence follows you too. And time will tell, pulling the balance for you. Cause time will tell if violence follows you too. Oh, and time will tell, pulling the balance for you.
A little auto tune at the end. I wonder what the symbolism of the shadow smoky person is. I will be looking at the lyrics, but I do have a lot to say about this one. See in the review section. All right, ghouls and Ghosts. That was Poppy with her official music video to Time Will Tell. Link to original video, as always, will be down in the description box for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. And this request comes to us by me, so you're welcome. Yeah. So let's get right into these lyrics. Can't words. All right. Chorus. It's never gonna leave you now, 'cause time will tell. If violence follows you to hell. Oh, oh. Verse 1. Posture sustains. I undo what the stitches have done. Tell me, has it all been worth the pain? Why do all the crooks keep calling me home? Pre-chorus. I open my lungs, rid all the smoke of what never was. I have become elastic, forced to change. I know all the ire will never stop if you let it in. Chorus. It's never gonna leave you now, 'cause time will tell. If violence follows you to hell, oh, 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 and time will tell, pulling the veil of who you are, oh, oh. Post-chorus. I'll drag you to hell if time won't tell. I will find you myself. Verse 2. Our bones relate, amalgamate with the sins in our blood. Why are all the ruins in your wake? Why were all of my heroes forced to stop? Pre-chorus. I'm flooded with haste. I'm cursing your name to the wind as it was. Why does every loser think they're brave? I know all the ire will never stop if you let it in. Chorus. It's never gonna leave you now, 'cause time will tell. If violence follows you to hell, oh, 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 and time will tell, pulling the veil of who you are, oh, oh. Bridge. Whoa, oof. Locked eyes on you, laid to waste. Ignorance is a plague. All hope is lost on you, you let it in. And then chorus. It's never gonna leave you now, 'cause time will tell. If violence follows you to hell, oh, 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 and time will tell, pulling the veil of who you are, oh, oh. All right. I wouldn't say it's very an atypical poppy lyric, but it seems a little bit more. I don't want to say less poetic, but more blunt, less between the lines, a little bit more in your face, a little bit less to be interpreted, in a way more concrete, if you will. But let's start visually beyond that. I love the clock, love the clockworks, love the surrealism. And going back to the lyrics as far as being a different person and that all those bad things are creeping in, having the self-doubt about yourself and having that shadow behind you, it's quite fitting, quite personable, in fact. Musically, I think this is probably the most, and I don't mean this in a bad way in any way, shape, or form, but I lost my word. Hold on. I want to say it's not commercial. Mainstream. One of the most mainstream songs, at least that I've heard. I don't know a lot of poppy songs, and it's mostly of stuff that I've reacted to on the channel. So I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but it just feels it's the most mainstream song that I've heard from Poppy. But it has her usual style. The vocals for me were very reminiscent of Evanescence, Floor Jansen from Nightwish. And that's great. That's fantastic. That's great company to keep, in my personal opinion. Very popish, but I really enjoyed the dark, ominous tone of it all, especially with the synth portions mixed in with the juxtaposition of that style of vocals, which is more of a higher register as opposed to her more grit and growl and scream voice. And the juxtaposition between the two fits perfectly within this context, especially given the lyrics and the overall theme of the video, the visuals with the lyrics. It's quite nice. I love the surrealism of it all. I will say again, the more metal portion seemed a little bit more subdued, and it was a little bit more of a melodic overtone to it all. Again, not bad. It's just not something that I would expect something from Poppy like that. But again, that's just my opinion. I'm just some rando on the internet, you know. But as a whole, as a complete unit, as a cohesive piece, I really, really enjoyed this. So, that being said, score. I am going to give this 4.5 skulls out of 5. Absolutely happy with that score, for all the reasons I just stated. But I think that's going to be it for this episode of reviews and reactions. As always, if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, comment, share the video, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my reaction videos, Friday Night Frights, Mouthing Up with Mike Macabre, or whatever else I'm doing on this channel. But as always, ghouls and ghosts, stay scared.